Okay, I'm going to start by giving you some great hot tips and best practices for using ChatGPT. So as you start asking your own questions and engaging in your own conversations with ChatGPT, the things you're going to learn in this quick little lesson here are going to be ways that you can get even more out of it no matter what you're asking for. And these are some really great hot tips and best practices I've been using, and it's really made a big difference. So let's use an example, and I'm going to walk you through some of these tips that you can do. And for our example, let's say your boss comes to your office and says, this is your boss talking now, and says, I've been reading this stuff about Enneagrams, and they're like these assessment tests or whatever for team members or employees. Could you research Enneagrams and in like 2 hours kind of give me your viewpoints on Enneagrams and whether we should adopt it to the office, and what are your overall thoughts and how do they even work and all that? How does this personality test work? And yeah, can you get that to me in 2 hours? Come by my office 2 hours, let's discuss. Have a great day, right? And that's your boss coming to you. And first, you might have two initial thoughts. One is, why do I work here? Why do I have this crazy boss that's asking about Enneagrams? And then your second question might be like, what is an Enneagram? I've got to give a report on this or a presentation. Maybe it's written. Maybe I've got to be able to talk about it. I don't even know what an Enneagram is. So let's say that you have no idea what an Enneagram. I bet you don't. Maybe you do. If you do, good for you. But we're going to find out what an Enneagram is, and we're going to look at these tips. Really, the idea is the tips to show you how you can use ChatGPT, not what Enneagrams are. This is the question we're going to ask GPT, and then we're going to focus on the tips. All right, so here I am at ChatGPT, and I'm going to ask it about Enneagrams, right? So I'm going to go down to where I ask my questions, and I'm going to say, what is an Enneagram? Maybe I had to look that up on how to spell that. See, I got the wrong spelling, or maybe it doesn't even recognize the spelling. But the nice thing about ChatGPT can actually, fix your, understanding if you spell things wrong sometimes, a lot of times. So what is an Enneagram? And maybe you heard from your boss that it was like some type of personality testing or whatever. In fact, I'm going to misspell personality wrong. I'm going to misspell test wrong too. Let's see how it does. So if it figures out from that what I'm actually trying to ask it. So I have no idea if it's going to come through or not, but here it comes. See how fast it is? This is, again, in real time on my Wi-Fi at home, not a fast network at all. So it's giving me information. The Enneagram is a personality typing system that identifies 9 distinct personality types. So this is all about personality testing and all that. And it talks a little bit more about how it's used and other things there. Just a short little thing on Enneagram. See how it's added to my chat over here too as well as a new thing in my chat. And I can read through this and I can find it about strengths and weaknesses and all that. All right, so let's say I have this and I'm not real happy with it, or I'm not sure if this is really helpful for me. The first tip is simply, there's a button here that says regenerate response. I can just have it try again. It's really just starting over and trying again. And it's going to give me it's going to give it to me in a different way, right? Similar but different. Here it talks about 9 different types. So maybe I want to find out more about that. I'm going to show you how to do that too. So here it's going to talk about this Enneagram tests, online and print, blah, blah, blah. And what you'll see up here too, see where it says 2 of 2? I could go back to the previous answer here and see what the first answer was, and I can go back to the second answer and start picking up from there, because it's remembering what I'm doing and it's building on that, right? So the first tip is you can use to regenerate a response. But maybe what I want to do is, maybe I just need even more information. So I could just simply say, if you want to be polite, I'm polite, right? So can you expand on this? Well, what's this? Well, it's basically expanding what they did. So that's tip number 2, is if you get something that seems like a short, it's too short or doesn't give you enough information, you can ask it and it'll say things like, certainly, it's very pleasant. The Enneagram is a psychological system, all this. And it'll give you more information, or maybe, as far as building that out more as this processes through here, because we're doing this all in real time. So you can regenerate responses, or you can just simply ask it to expand and give you information. Here it's talking about how there's different Enneagram tests available, what they're designed for, and all that, and about feelings. This is something that I don't believe was in the first answer, so now this is building on that. The next tip is to take, that's writing, is to take something that's been written and then just build off that. So it talks about that there's 9 different types, right? You might get that where it says there's 8 of this or 4 of that. So maybe you take that and you put that in there. Remember, this is all in an Enneagram chat around personality tests. And I might say, what are the, do I remember copy paste? No. What are the 9 types? Right? So now it's like, what is this? What are these 9 types? So the 9 Enneagram types are, and now it's going to tell me about these different 9 types. Might give me a little bit of a detail or a little bullet point list, for example, right? So you got the perfectionist, you got the helper, the achiever. As you read through this, you can see these are the different 9 types of Enneagrams. Now think about your crazy boss asked you for stuff. You could be Google searching, you could be trying to piece this all together. Right now, this is all coming out. This is stuff that you can use and adapt into a written report if you want for your boss, or pop them a quick email. Say the Enneagram is a personality test. It's based on this, and there's 9 types. Here are the 9 types. And, that might be all the boss needs at that moment, right? So here we are, number 8, number 9. So the next tip is, let's say it didn't put it in bullet points. You can actually ask it to put something in bullet points. So if I was like up in here and I said, could you make this all into bullet points, it would do that and basically turn things like that into more of an easier to read bullet point list. Maybe we'll try that in a moment. But for now, we've already got our bullet points. But maybe let's say like, ooh, I know somebody in my office who's a perfectionist. I could say, can you tell me more about point number 1, all right? And now it'll go into more about that particular point, about the perfectionist. It's not giving me the other points. I asked for point number 1. And see how simple that was, how quick I just typed that in? I mean, I'm just doing this all on the fly here, right? But now it gets into more details about that point. Type 1s are responsible, moral, orderly, all this. This is just giving me a little bit more on that, and I could ask it to expand on that. Or I could say, could you expand on all the points in there as well? And they would expand on all the points. See, this is, getting me even more information. They're driven by strong sense of purpose, drive, whatever. That's number 1, the perfectionist, right? But let's say I wanted to could you, another top tip is ask for examples. Sometimes they'll give you lists and you want to get examples. So could you give me an example of someone who is a number 2, right? And I intentionally left that wrong because I can't type. But they knew, so like, certainly here's an example. Even though Steve can't type, ChatGPT can, So this is a number 2, right? So here is an example. Now let's go back up. Number 2 is the helper, right? So they're empathetic, caring, and supportive, right? So here is an example of like, well, what do we mean by the helper? Like, and here it is. Jane is a kind and compassionate person, and Jane is driven by this. I mean, Jane is not a real person, but you might help. By asking in this manner, might help you understand someone who's in your office, maybe on this type of personality test. So asking for examples. So the tip is not. Again, this has nothing to do with Enneagrams. This has everything to do with how to get more out of the program and asking it for things. In addition, let's say you wanted to turn this into like a blog, right? Maybe you want to turn this into a blog article. You can just take it right from here, what you're doing, just say, could you write, and we're going to get into blogs and stuff, but could you write a blog about Enneagrams, right? Is it going to get that? I type so bad. Certainly, here's a blog post about the Enneagram. What is the Enneagram, right? So this might be something that I could use in my email to my boss, or I could, put it together and start as a part of a report where I'm going to add into it. So maybe I'm taking this general knowledge, and then I'm going to put in specifics, like this is what the Enneagram is, and then I might add into, without doing the test, I think Jane is this, and Tom is this, and Samir is number 2. I believe I'm a number 7, which is the whatever, and go into each of these different, 9 points again. But this is like a written blog post that you can use and expand on as far as an outline or an idea behind that. In fact, as we get into the blog thing later, you can even use it to help with like titling and those types of things too. So we'll do that here in a moment as this keeps going through. So, but the main idea is that, using these tips of keeping to generate more content, more things that might be out there as far as that you want to learn. And this is a pretty good long blog post. It was a little bit longer than I wanted it to be. But let's say, I wanted a title for this blog post. I could ask it, could you give, well, it's right there, me 5 titles for this blog. Okay. Oh wow, this is like God's gift to blogs. Look at this thing. Look at this thing go, right? I mean, here we're wrapping up finally. You know, I guess I asked it too broad of a thing actually. Blog. Now I'm going to say, just give me 5 titles. Give me 5 title ideas for the blog, because sometimes you're just trying to generate ideas, and that's the last hot tip: is using ChatGPT to give you things like titles or generate ideas or things of that nature as well. So thought about a little bit. Now here's 5 blog titles. Now I could try to really think of different things, brainstorm stuff, whatever, but I could look at these 5 titles for whatever it is. Maybe I'm writing a report or a subject line for an email, whatever it might be, and I could ask it for some potential titles or ideas. So here's our titles: Understand the Enneagram, Discover the True Self, the Enneagram, a tool for personal and professional growth. Now I'm gonna get, like this is a nice, like if you're doing if you're actually writing a blog and you want something maybe more clickbaity or more click oriented, or something to generate interest, like navigating the 9 Enneagram types is kind of like, oh, what are the types? How do I navigate that? Maybe I add on to it, maybe I take the 9 Enneagram types and then I add on, discover your true self or something like that, or I just come up with my own creative stuff. So that's the idea behind these hot tips, some initial hot tips, and a really quick kind of overview on how it works too as well, as far as how you can use it to start generating content or generating ideas, and then building on that, would be the idea behind that. All right, so let's keep going with the course. And these are some hot tips. Now we're going to look at some more detailed stuff as we keep going through.